Hello, my name is Fernando, and in this video of From Reflection to Innovation Selfie MOOC, promoted by the Italian National Research Council and the Cyprus Pedagogical Institute in the context of the Sherpa project, we will discuss how to implement the selfie-based action plan and monitor and evaluate its impact. As soon as you have developed a comprehensive selfie-based action plan, you are ready for the next step, to present it to the school community and start its implementation. The ideal is to set a face-to-face meeting with the school staff and representatives of students and parents. An alternative is to organize an online session. In both cases, the aim is to present the complete action plan and enable school community members to provide feedback and suggestions for improvement. As we have discussed in the previous videos, the school community's involvement is not only at this stage, but throughout the whole process. In the collective reflection through selfie, the discussion of the results, and setting priorities and goals. In this way, it's more likely to foster a sense of shared responsibility and ownership, thereby encouraging their active participation in implementing the plan. During the presentation of the plan, it is essential to inform all participants about their roles and responsibilities regarding implementing the action plan. Ensure that everyone knows who is responsible for each task and who is contributing. You may consider forming small, focused implementation teams for each of the actions. Do not forget to make crystal clear to all participants that evaluation data will be collected during the implementation of the action plan, but only to check if the implemented actions contribute to the improvement of the school's digital capacity. By no means this is an evaluation of the performance of individual staff members or other actors involved in implementing the plan. The next step is to take all the necessary organizational steps and measures required to implement the action plan. For example, you could consider integrating your action plan's overall timetable into the school's shared calendar. You may need to make some arrangements necessary to conduct the activities, such as booking spaces and facilities or allocating staff members' work time to implement specific actions. You may also collect or develop any materials and tools needed to implement the action plan and monitor its progress. Finally, you must decide how, who, to whom, and when progress will be reported once actions are underway. Congratulations! You are now excited and look forward to putting your selfie-based plan into action. Once your action plan is underway, make sure to sustain the active commitment of all participants throughout the process. These could involve regularly discussing the implementation of the plan in staff meetings or bilateral meetings. You may also share ideas, tips, or resources that have proven effective in the performance of one action with colleagues involved in other actions. In any case, you must monitor and evaluate the underway actions and make any necessary adjustments to the action plan. You must consider the plan's implementation as a learning process that provides you insights for possible improvements of the ongoing and any future action plans. To maintain control, keep the action plan on track, and assure its successful completion, you can use the success criteria included in the plan. In this way, you can monitor and evaluate the progress and impact of each action and determine the degree to which defined goals are being achieved, or if they need to be recalibrated. Keep in mind that monitoring and evaluation is not a one-off action, but an iterative and systematic process. So, if, for instance, you see that one or more actions face unforeseen challenges in their implementation, you may need to make on-the-fly adjustments. Also, failure to implement successfully one action may affect other interlinked actions of the plan. Bear in mind that, as I said earlier, your selfie-based action plan, even though enacted during a specific school year, is part of an ongoing iterative process, and the end goal is to improve your school's digital strategies and practices. So, monitoring, evaluating, and reflecting on the implementation of your plan provides you with invaluable insights for improving subsequent action plans. Also, do not forget that valuable lessons could be learned from actions that failed, partly or entirely, to reach the goals set due to time constraints, lack of resources, or any other reason. In addition, the lessons learned from unsuccessful actions can help you to plan and implement future actions. Therefore, it is recommended to keep them as part of the action plan and include notes on the reasons for their ineffectiveness or failure. In any case, you must disseminate the results from implementing the selfie-based action plan within the school community and other interested parties. The spread of mainly positive outcomes could influence the attitudes and boost the interest of the members of the school community who were less involved or not involved in the school improvement process. Therefore, the commitment of the whole school may increase in an effort of improvement that appears promising. This commitment is fundamental, as you can consider repeating the collective reflection process through selfie. This will allow you to compare the data from your initial selfie school report, used at the start of the process for creating your plan, with the data on your newly gained status as revealed by your new selfie school report. This new report can provide insights and fresh evidence for launching a new cycle for developing a follow-up selfie-based action plan. Building on promising results from the first action plan, you can expect higher participation and commitment of the school community that allows you to set more ambitious goals for improving further the digital strategies and practices of your school.